KSS, do you use Notion or something to organize projects? I recommend using something like Notion. I personally use Notion to organize your projects. All it's going to do is you have the client name, the project name, the deadline, the current stage which the project is at, and you can set up a formula to essentially take today's date minus, no, you take the deadline date minus today's date, and it tells you how many days until the deadline, and then you filter it, you sort it by that number being the lowest. So that way, at any time in your career, you know what you're supposed to work on. So that's how I manage that. Can you let me know how to price a video? It's all just supply and demand. So pretty much whatever you're charging right now is what the market values you at. That's the amalgamation of your skills, your communication, your deadline management, your marketing, your sales skills. Whatever you're getting paid right now is because you deserve it. It's just supply and demand. If you have more people that want what you have to offer, then you can supply it, then price goes up. If you want to give your service but no one wants it, then price will go down. That's just how it works. In terms of pricing, the way I like to go about it is I call it the AFIR framework, AFIR. This is how you raise prices without losing income, and how you do it in a way where it's more systematic. Essentially, step one is acquire. You got to find out how to acquire clients. There's two ways. You can do inbound or outreach. We can go into that later, but essentially you acquire clients. Step two is F, fill, meaning you have to fill past your capacity. This means, let's say you have like 6 days a week you want to work. You should have all 6 days that you actually have work to do. You can't do a price raise when you're not full with work, because it's just a silly time to do it. Like, you would make more money by just taking on one more client. So now you filled past your capacity. This is the stage that if you continue this for 6 months, you would burn out. That's the stage you want to be at. I'm not saying you do it for 6 months. I'm saying you need to be at that point for at least a week or two. Stage 3 is I. That's identify. This is where you're identifying the lowest leverage clients, meaning the people that you're doing the highest work to pay ratio. So let's say you have two clients. You have one guy who is paying $800 per video, and it's a 2 out of 10 effort. And you have a guy who's paying $100 a video, and it's an 8 out of 10 effort. $800, easy video. $100, hard video. Sounds obvious. You would identify the low leverage client as a $100 video. The problem is editors forget that just because someone's paying more doesn't mean they're a higher leverage client or a high ticket client. Because let's flip it around. Let's say you have a $1,500 per video client, and they are a, let's just say like a 6 out of 10 difficulty. But then you have actually, let's make it more extreme. You have a 1.5K video client, but they're a 9 out of 10 difficulty. But then you have a $1,000 client who's a 4 out of 10 difficulty. The $1,000 client is actually still getting paid more per unit effort / time. So that's still the higher leverage client. So you want to find that ratio between how much effort, energy, and sacrifice am I putting into this client, and how much am I getting paid for it. And then you find that ratio, and whoever's the lowest is your lowest leverage client. Then you go on to the last stage of the AFIR framework, which is R, which is you just raise for that client. You don't raise for everyone at the same time, or just raise because you feel like it. That's the stupidest way to go about it, because it just means your income goes to zero if they say no. By following this, where you acquire, you fill past your capacity, you identify the lowest leverage person, and then you only raise for them. If you get a yes, awesome, you just got your highest paying client because you raise it by a good amount. If you get a no, who cares? They were your lowest leverage client. So when it comes to what do I charge, you just acquire clients at a price that you can get clients at. So I don't know if I said that right. You acquire clients at the price that you know you can get clients at, then you just keep doing the AFIR framework for the rest of your career. This is how I went from charging $5 a video to now charging over $2,000. This is just the AFIR framework. How to write better scripts and story. I don't write the story for my clients. You shouldn't be as an editor. What's your position on AI editing? I don't think it's ever going to overtake editing. I think it is going to be a thing where the editors who know how to use AI will just prosper. And you guys have probably heard that take. But the thing is, I don't think people really take it in. they hear that and they think, oh, I don't need to look at it. And honestly, I was one of those editors where I thought like, oh, AI is just a buzz thing. I'm not gonna look into it. And honestly, I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. It was a bit of a buzz thing, but there are certain tools that you can use that really help it. There's one, I think it's called Kling. I'm not definite. I haven't used it myself, so don't. This isn't like a affiliation or anything. Where you can put in a starting frame and you can put an ending frame, and AI will basically find a natural way to blend between the two scenes. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a first scene where you put 3 numbers, like 1, 2, and 3. Like imagine in circles you have 1, 2, and 3. And then the ending frame that you gave it was a crown. Like in the middle of the screen, it's a crown. And the prompt that you give this AI would be transition, zoom into the second circle and turn it into a crown. So like you can imagine there's like 1, 2, 3. The second one turns into a crown. The 1 and 3 go to the side. That AI can then find like a nice, creative, smooth way to fill in those frames. So that's a cool way to do quicker animations. I haven't stress tested this, to be honest, but it is something that is showing a lot of potential. Now, does this mean editors aren't needed? Well, who the fuck is going to create the first and last frames? Because the thing with AI and with like chatbots and even just like AIs where their medium is video or photo, their output is heavily dependent on the quality of inputs. Garbage in, garbage out. So if you give it a crap design, it will just create an animation with a crap design. So you still need the principles that you would have to create a good video if you want to use AI effectively. Like it still applies. But Eros, I saw you you complimented the background. I appreciate you. Just built out this office. It's like, it's low-key more of a man cave than an office, but it's like I've got like the setup here where I edit, the gym there, and that's basically it. That's all a man needs, innit? That's all a man needs. All right, I'm gonna take a bite now. Give me a second, please. I'm kind of hungry. I got the skills, but the imposter syndrome is killing me. When you clearly don't have the skills, man. Like you're only an imposter if you're trying to show off something that you can't do. And if you feel as though your work is good enough to get clients, maybe you're right. Like maybe your work's good enough to get a certain caliber of clients, but it's not to get the highest paying guys, and that's completely fine. No one starts off like that. But you just work with the guys that you can work with, over deliver for them, do the work as best as you can, even if you feel as though you're not getting paid enough for it, because that will build you the identity of someone that can actually deliver. The worst thing you can do is get paid not a lot, like not get paid a lot by a client, half-ass the video, in with like the rationale that, oh, I'm not getting paid enough, because all that does is build the identity that, hey, I'm a shit editor. That's what I feel like. That's a huge thing with imposter syndrome. People just don't deliver for even like any clients, and then they're wondering why they feel insecure about the edits. Like you know you giving shit work. By the way, can you guys hear when I munch? I'm so sorry. I'm such a shit streamer, bro. Can you guys hear the crunch? I still struggle with what to animate when I'm editing a video. I feel dumb editing right now. You have 2 ways of coming up with animation ideas. I see it as power words and then meaning. Power words are the main words in a sentence that drive the concept in a sentence. So for example, if I say, I'm going to the park with my friends later today. Take that sentence. I'm going to the park later today with my friends. Park, today, friends. If I just said those 3 words, you still understand the sentence. Those are the power words in the sentence. So whenever you're trying to animate a phrase, you look for the power words. Let's say you're editing a finance video and it's like, over the last year, my agency has made $1 million. Year, agency, $1 million. Those are the things that are now going to inspire what you animate. Year, maybe you bring up a calendar. agency. Maybe you get like a picture of a logo of his agency or something to do with an agency. $1 million, you can bring up a Stripe dashboard. So that's power words. You find the power words within a sentence, and this applies to any niche, any style. The second one is meaning. Meaning is, what does this sentence actually mean? And the reason I differentiate those two methods of finding animation ideas is sometimes power words aren't enough. An example is, let's say I told you, you're editing a Minecraft video and the guy says, I just used my last potion. If he says that and you get the power word of potion, yes, you can add a potion on the screen as a PNG, and most editors would do that. But it doesn't make sense. He just said he used his last potion. So why are you showing a potion? What the sentence actually means is he has no potions left. Therefore, it might make more sense to show the silhouette of a potion, or maybe to have a cross out of the potion. Like, showing a potion on its own wouldn't make sense. So when it comes to animation ideas, it really comes down to, what are the power words in this phrase of what I'm animating? And what does this phrase actually mean? And how does the context add more context and adjust the direction that I take this animation in? Do you have any takes that you've made in the past that you now disagree with? Yeah, I mean, my takes change quite, not often, but like as I get better in my own career, as I coach more editors, like my takes change. One of the big ones is I used to be fully against working under an agency. I used to think like, hey, no matter what, don't work with an agency. My opinion now is most agencies are absolutely fucking terrible because they're run by editors who couldn't get clients, and now they want to scale by running an agency, but they couldn't even get clients for themselves, but now they want to hire other editors and get clients for them. It doesn't make sense. So like, most agencies are fucking terrible. But if you are working under an agency and you hold them to the same standards that you would a normal client, then that's fine. Is Ed Lawrence the GOAT? Ed Lawrence is pretty cool. I bought his course. It's like 10 grand or something, but it's a really good course. I've recommended it to a few people if you're making YouTube videos. How do I hire my first editor as an agency? I'm not an agency. I wouldn't know. The thing with being with an agency is like, you really want to figure out the whole editing thing yourself. Because the thing is, if you can't get clients for yourself, how are you going to supply clients to other people? And if you haven't been an editor for like the top guys, you won't know what that talent is looking for in a channel, in an agency. Like, for example, I recently just hired a full-time editor. Like, we're putting him on salary full-time. And the reason I know that I'm going to be able to do well with him, and we've been working together for a while, is because I've been an editor. So like, I know like what this guy looks for. I know what he wants in compensation. I know like how would an editor like to communicate? How would we like to do revision rounds? Like, because I've been there. How to make motion graphics look better design-wise? You've really got 5 things. You've got the depth, composition, sizing, spacing, and color. Those are the 5 design principles. I spent about 6 months recreating the editing lab program, and so much of it was trying to break down what are the core principles of editing. Those are the 5 design principles. I couldn't break it down anymore. So you have depth, which is the illusion of illusion of 3D-ness, even if it's a 2D scene. So basically the feeling of layering. That's what depth is. If you look outside a window right now, your brain doesn't have to think what's in front of what. Your brain naturally understands it. And that's because, I mean, in reality, the shadows, the focus, it's automatically done because that's how your physics works. So you want to recreate that feeling of depth within your edits. You've got sizing and spacing. Sizing, damn, the thing is, it's like, this is like a 5-hour section within the program. So it's like, I'm not going to be able to, trying to think, how can I say this in like a nice 30-second burst? I mean, sizing and spacing, it's pretty much like sizing. You've got hierarchy where bigger equal more important, smaller equal less important in general, but it's all relative to each other. Keep white space, etc. Spacing is sort of similar. If things are supposed to be spaced evenly, make them spaced evenly, etc. You've got color, where color can be broken down into 3 parts. You've got hue, saturation, lightness. Hue, this is what most people think of color. It's like red, blue, green, that stuff. You've got saturation, like how gray is it basically, like how much pigment is there. Then lightness, which is just how white or black is it. By mixing these three components of color, you can make any color in the world, pretty much. And when you're creating contrast with color, you seem to contrast at least one of these three values. So that's color with design. Different colors mean different things, etc. So like that's a whole concept on its own. What was the other one? Depth, sizing, spacing, and composition. Composition, like put simply, you've got central composition like this. Like right now in the scene, obviously I'm not caring about composition on the stream right now, but like in general, I'm centrally composed. If I was sitting here and there was like another subject here, that would be like rule of thirds composition, but that's really composition. You focus on those five, and that's how you get good design. Food break. What other questions do you guys have? Stuck with an agency, working hours with some breaks, of course, but I can't get past that. What should I focus on? If I have that, I'm basically broke. Oh, if I leave that, I'm basically broke. You wouldn't leave it then. Like you follow the AFIR framework. You acquire, fill, identify, raise. You don't raise or leave a client until you have someone else to replace them with. Hamzali FF. What does it take to join the editing layer? I mean, we have a link in description. You basically would jump on a call. We figure out, is it a fit? If it's a fit, we'll offer you to join. If it's not a fit, we won't offer you to join. So you would just go to the description, book in a call. Takes about like 30 seconds to fill in the form and book in. Yeah, that's basically what the process for joining the layer is. How do you get better at making smoother, refined edits? Got a 4-hour course on that, man, on smooth animations. The thing with smooth animations is the way I built that course. It's a first principles based course, meaning it is I promise you, give it 5 years, that course will still work. The reason being, I didn't teach like a random style that doesn't work, a random style that's trending now. Instead, it is the principles in which every other editing style is based off of. If you learn that course inside out, that 4-hour smooth editing course is completely free, by the way, you will look at every other good editor and realize that they're all following those principles. But if you haven't watched the 4-hour smooth editing course yet, I would highly recommend it. But that's how you get the smooth principles right. I'm a DaVinci editor. Should I keep learning and master it or learn After Effects? If you're already decent at DaVinci, I would just stay on it. The 3 softwares that you want to be on, like at least one of them, is Premiere Pro, After Effects, or DaVinci. As long as you use one of them, you're chilling. You just become the best at that. The problem is editors try to jump to a different software thinking that's the problem, when in reality it's usually their design or dynamic principles. Like they can't make shit look good, and when it looks good, they can't make it move nicely. Software doesn't matter. Like even with the layer, there's been guys that we've coached that have gotten way past 10k a month that have been on all 3 softwares. So it's like we've had editors that have gone past 10k a month who only use Premiere. We've got editors past 10k a month who only use who mostly use After Effects but a bit on Premiere. And then we have editors who just use DaVinci and they've gone past 10k a month. Like Avan's one of those guys. Ludwig, I recently went to Sweden and we did a student interview. Let me find it actually. How do I do this? I feel like a boomer, bro. Is that how I do it? No. That? No. How do I do this? God, I'm terrible at this. There we are. Yeah, this Ludwig guy. Like this guy's on DaVinci. This guy's on DaVinci as well. Like we got him from 1k a month to 6.4k a month in 6 months. Like we've done it with those 3 main softwares. Like if you edit on Premiere Pro, After Effects, or DaVinci, that's sort of who we help. Most of the guys are on Premiere Pro and After Effects, full transparency. But these are sort of like student interviews that we do after we help people. We've done it with a lot of people. But yeah, that's pretty much the process for software. It's basically just one of the big three. Can I like zoom into my face? Is that a thing? Whoa, I can zoom in like that. Hey, look at me go. There we go. Let's see. Got an hour left. What are the most profitable niches currently for video editing? The truth is, if you get good at any niche, pretty much any niche makes money. Like I've made a fuck ton of money in gaming, made a fuck ton of money in finance, made a fuck ton of money in not documentary. I personally don't do documentary as much, but I know editors that are making more than 10K a month. Guys that we coach, so it's like basically any niche. Obviously, there's like limitations. Like the Fortnite montage niche, I used to do it like literally like 2-minute clips of Fortnite montages. I got to like $400 a month and I couldn't scale past that. So maybe there's limitations, but other than that, like basically anything makes money. Like Woozy's a guy that got like 7-8K a month with the program. He was doing Roblox videos. Aaron was doing finance videos, got him to 10K a month. I think he's in the chat. He was a guy that we coached previously. I think he's doing his own coaching and stuff now as well. It's like when he got to 10K past 10K a month, it was like through Minecraft videos, dude. So like basically anything makes money. Just being the best in that niche. How much is the program? If you book in a call, we'll run through all the pricing structures and everything. How do you recommend me optimizing a sound effects pack for myself? So pretty much, you need to first edit good videos with good sound design. Sort of like with AI, where the quality of output is proportional to the quality of input. The quality of your sound effect pack will be proportionate to the quality of the inputs. So first, just edit good videos with good sound effects, with good sound design, and then whatever you naturally tend to use a lot, just put that into a folder. That's all it is. In order to join the editing layer in school, do I have to book a call first? Yeah, we're private access now. So basically, you would book a call, figure out if you're a fit, and then, yeah, if you're a fit, we'll give you the offer to join. What are your opinions on short form editing? I've done it in the past. I found it way more reliable to make money through long form. I've only ever met one editor who made good money from short form. There's probably more, but like there's one guy that made like good money. I've met a lot of editors who made good money through long form though. How do you choose music for videos? Pretty much you just look at the emotion that you want to give off. Like what emotion is trying to be shown here? And then can I find music to support that? Like music doesn't create the emotion, but you can. But more times than not, music is there to support the emotion that already exists. It's just to amplify. There are more advanced techniques that you can do to make it so that the music can change the emotion completely, but that's like 1 out of 50 cases. In most cases, it's just take the emotion that's already being like put off, and then just amplify that with music that supports it. How do you convince a client to work with you? You solve his problems. Like, the best form of sales is just education. It's like, hey, here's what we do. Well, here's what I do. You need this. I have done that before. Would you like to work together? So like, you're just educating someone on what you do, and you're educating yourself on what their problems are. That's the ultimate sales. Like, for example, with the editing layer, like, we don't need to convince people that our shit works. Like, we've done it for over 300 editors where we've gotten them to like scale their income. So it's like, when I'm trying to tell people like, hey, the editing layer works, it's like, hey, here's over 300 people that we've helped to scale their editing income. You have these problems. We have solved these problems. Would you like to join? Like, sales fundamentally, the ultimate form of sales is education. So if you need to convince someone to work with you, either you are not educating them properly, meaning you're not conveying your value properly, or the value that you're giving is just kind of shit. Yo, Mars, how's it going, man? How do you make a good video editing offer to sell? The best editing offer, in my opinion, just say you're an editor, say you edit videos. You can do all this cute shit of like, I maximize retention through eye-catching edits. But it's just fucking cringe, man. Like, whenever I'm hiring an editor, if he says something like that, I'm like, you're overcompensating. It's like the guy that has a tiny dick and buys a huge car. Like, the best editors don't need to say like, I maximize conversions from leads by an organic traffic system on youtube.com. Like, no, they don't say that shit. Yo, Finched. How's it going, man? The thing is, you got to think about it in terms of levels of awareness. So there's different levels of market awareness. Not market awareness, like prospect awareness. You have unaware, where someone doesn't know anything. They're fucking clueless. Then you have problem aware, where someone knows they have a problem. Hey, my videos aren't performing. Hey, my editing looks like shit on my videos. Hey, I'm not uploading as much as I want to. These are people who know they have a problem. Then you have solution aware. Hey, I know I have this problem and I know I need to hire an editor. That is someone who is solution aware. Then you have product aware. Hey, I know that I have a problem. I know that I need to hire an editor, and I know that John over there is an editor. That's someone, John being you, by the way. That is someone who's product aware. Then you have most aware, where it's basically someone raving to work with you. It's like, hey, I know I have a problem with not being able to upload consistently. I know that I need to hire an editor. I know that John's an editor, and I really fucking want to work with John. That's someone who's most aware. Now, the way you position yourself and position your offer is relative to what market awareness are you marketing to. If you're going for someone who's most aware, you can basically like you could like burp and they'll basically hire you. Like it's kind of hard to fuck up a most aware person. How do you get more most aware people? It's basically by just posting your work and building an inbound system where you're posting your work consistently on a regular enough basis that people they ingrain your name so hard into their head that when they finally have the problem and they snap and they're in enough pain to take action on the problem that they have, they think of your name first. That's how you get inbound clients. That's the most aware people. Honestly, you can't build like a career on most aware, but it just takes way too long in my opinion. I would prefer to go for product aware and solution aware. These are people who either know they need an editor and they want to hire you, or know they need an editor and they know about you, or they know they need an editor. You just have to say, I'm an editor to these people. But for someone who knows they have a problem, but they don't know they need an editor, so there's like underlying pain. They know their channel looks like shit, but they never had the thought of hiring an editor. That's when the marketing of like, oh, I'll maximize your retention, I'll get you more views. That's when that stuff works better. But it's like the market for people who are looking for competent editors is so big that you don't even need to dip into the less aware markets. Like the only reason you would dip into a less aware market is if you've like taken over the level above. So let's say you've there's a set of people who are most aware about your product and service, and you've exhausted that audience. Then you can think about, let me go for product aware. Oh, all of those people I've already solved it for. Then I'll go to solution aware, like they know they need an editor. The reason you do it like that is it's so much fucking harder to sell someone who doesn't know they need the solution. So like when it comes to how do you build your offer, in my opinion, just say you're an editor, bro. Like just say you're an editor. Stop trying to do like this weird ninjutsu shit about it. When do you go live? Do I have a schedule? I'll be honest, right now, I don't have a schedule for going live just because I'm busy with other things. Most of my effort has to go towards like my clients and then also my coaching program where the guys have paid me, which I'm sure you guys can understand. But yeah, like I just go live whenever I'm free. Like I've got a Q&A call for the paid program in like 45 minutes. So I've got a bit of time. Can you review my edits? I don't review edits on these lives. Maybe it's something I'll do in the future, but that's something we do in the paid program. Like every Thursday, they send in their work, and I literally break it down frame by frame. How much to book a call? The call's free. It's literally just to figure out like, are you a fit for what we do? You just check in the description. Basically, that strategy call is just to figure out like, are you the type of editor that we help? If so, here's the offer. If not, here's some free advice. Why did you delete the old modules? I like the Mindset Genesis module. Because when it comes to the wait, John Smith, I don't know what your name is on school. Do you have any software to help you edit? Key slides, list view. Yeah, if I'm on my PC, key slides and list view are basically the main two. If you're on Premiere Pro or Adobe After Effects, I'm gonna share with you guys an extension that will change your life if you haven't got it already. It's called Copy Pasta. Copy Pasta. Goated extension. It's completely free. I get nothing by sharing this to you. But basically what it does is instead of having to go onto an image on Google, download the image, import it, go to your software, then import it, realize that the file format's fucked, then go to a PNG to something converter, then put it back in. Like instead of all of that crap, you copy an image, you click paste. Copy Pasta. Copy Pasta is so goated, and it's free. I get nothing from me recommending this to you. But Copy Pasta is so good. Matt has said that as well. Yeah, Copy Pasta is so good, boys. How much time does it take to be good at AE? After Effects? It's not about time, man. It's just repetition and intentional feedback. Like to learn anything, it's basically just how many times can I do this thing and how quick are the feedback cycles and how good is the feedback. So for example, let's say like you edit 100 videos, but you never had feedback other than you looking at your own video. Yeah, you're gonna take a long ass time to improve. But if you're getting good feedback on it from good editors in your life, yeah, like you improve a lot faster, and you gotta get the repetitions in. Now, I think Matters in the stream right now. Matt, are you here? So comment like 5 seconds ago. Matters in the editing layer right now, and he joins a lot of the editing feedback calls. So like, because he gets these quicker feedback cycles of he doesn't edit, literally the next day he'll get like a review on it, and then from the next one he can improve that thing instead of spending 6 months to just like naturally kind of figure it out. I can call out things that are so obvious to me, but maybe aren't obvious to him, which is normal. It's just something I wish I had. So in terms of how you improve, how long does it take? It's just how quickly do you get your feedback cycles. I edit shorts for Tinky something TV. Lots of sound design, pacing. What do you think is a fair rate? It's just whatever they're willing to pay. There's no such thing as a fair rate. It's like, it is just what is the market willing to pay you. Like, that's the thing. Like, you hear editors say like, "Oh, you're not supposed." It's so unfair that people get underpaid as editors. And like, don't get me wrong, I fucking root for editors. I'm an editor myself. But if you're getting underpaid and you're making under minimum wage as an editor, that's on you. You're just not providing enough value to the marketplace. And we're not, I don't know about you guys, but I don't live in a fucking communist country where even if your work is shit, you get paid like a base amount. Doesn't fucking matter. If your work's shit, you're not going to get paid. So when it comes to like how much do you charge, it's just whatever you can get away with. And the thing is, that sounds like super bad. Like, oh, but they shouldn't be paid for their time and effort. It's like, no, your time and effort is fucking it's useless if it doesn't provide a result. But in the same way, if your time and energy is used and it creates an amazing result, how much you get paid is uncapped. So while yes, you can get paid on the minimum wage, it also means that you can get paid a fuck ton more. For example, like, let's say if you're working a retail job right now, if you stack the shelves 15% more effectively, it doesn't mean that you get paid 15% more. If I stack the shelves 6 times faster, it doesn't mean I get paid 6 times more. In entrepreneurship, it is. It's like, the reason I can charge like 1.5, 2K, 3K per... I haven't charged 3K per video. The reason I can... I can't speak about that. The reason I can charge like 1.5, 2K per video is because I am just providing that much value. And that's why clients are happy to pay it, and I pay it. And I charge it. But that also comes with the risk that if I wasn't providing that value, I'd get paid fucking nothing. So when it comes to how much you get paid, just what value can you offer? How can someone make $1 million from editing till next year? I personally haven't hit the million mark yet, man. I counted up all my client work last month. I made about 500k from client work so far. Haven't made the million yet, unfortunately. When I hit the $1 million from client work, I'll let you guys know. What mouse and keyboard do you have? I use the inbuilt Mac keyboard. I have a keyboard here that I never use. I have this. It's a very nice keyboard. It's the Apple Maker P75. It's quite nice. It's got like a little volume knob. Sounds pretty nice. So yeah, it's a really nice keyboard, but I actually just prefer the Mac one. As for mouse, I use the Logitech G Pro Superlight 2, I think it's called. Wireless, I think that's what it's called. But it's like a gaming mouse. I love it. You thought I would have upgraded? Dude, that's the thing, like, it's just such a good keyboard. Like, I don't even think I would want to upgrade from that. How do you transition from short form to long form? Depends on how much long form experience you have already. If you have none at all, you just need to do some re-edits or wait for someone to give you a shot. I'm convinced all editors played Fortnite. I was a big Fortnite junkie. I was such a Fortnite junkie. In fact, let me show you guys. I have no idea if can you guys see this? Oh no, that is that hasn't updated. How do I do that? Restart. Ooh, can you guys see this? I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't think you can, but I can't bother getting the sound up. Actually, you know what? I might get the sound up. It'll be pretty nostalgic. Yeah, this is like how I started in editing. Wait, is it possible to like? Oh, I'll figure it out, boys. Give me a moment. Nah. Okay, here we go. So basically, this is how I started in editing. It was 5-6 years ago. I made this crappy Fortnite montage on my PS4 because I couldn't afford a laptop as a kid. Like my family couldn't afford it, so I just grinded and made like a crap ton of Fortnite montages just for love of the game. Um, then one day some guy hit me up and was like, "Yo, would you do it for $5?" I'm like, I'm 16 years old. $5 is $5. I will do it for $5. So pretty much we did half pay first. I got my $2.50. Craziest high of my life because it was my first time making online money, and then spent a whole week editing the video. Give the video in. Guys like, "Yo, thank you. I don't think I want the video anymore." So I'm like, well, fuck. I just did a week of work for $2.50 and I'm getting scammed for half of it. Nice, man. So I got scammed for my first video, but it was my entry into online money, so I was happy with it. Then sort of just did Fortnite montages for other people. Let me find it. Yeah, Evans. This was like my first proper Fortnite montage client. Yeah, this guy. I did like a shit ton of videos for him. I think it's from highlight number 10 that I did. Let me find it. Yeah, from highlight number 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I did. Like that was my first like proper Fortnite montage client. And I did it for like hundreds of others. But yeah, really like. Wait, can you guys hear this? Like if I play this, can you guys hear it? I think it might be coming through the mic, but I don't know if I can make it through the main screen audio. I have no idea how it works. Were you guys able to hear that? Yeah, no. Okay, you can. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. But yeah, these are like the type of edits I would do, boys. But yeah, it was that sort of edits. Only for the mic. Was it like shit? Sorry, boys. My deepest apologies. Let's see. Can I figure that out? Screen. How would I do it? Maybe not screen. Maybe it's like Mac capture. I'm not really sure how this works. Very interesting. Boys, I feel like such a. Wait, unhide all. Eh? Wait. Can you guys not hear that? Like, you guys can't hear the normal audio? Oh, you could probably hear double audio. I don't know. Who cares? But basically, this is like the type of montages that I did, and I got up to like $400 a month consistently just doing this. That allowed me to get my first PC, which then I just grinded on, and then just worked up the client ladder. Then I got my first 10K a month on that computer. Then I got my dream PC setup because that's all I wanted as a kid. And yeah, that's basically how that happened. How long did it take me to transition from montages to content editing? Okay, the transition was an interesting story, man. Do you guys want to hear the story of how I transitioned from montages to content editing? You guys want to hear that story? So pretty much, I was in a Fortnite team. The team was called Team Colony. Let me see if I can find it. Team Colony. Who here knows what I mean by by Fortnite teams? Like when guys would like group up together, they tried to make like their own team, try to be the next phase, that sort of thing. That's basically what me and my friends were trying to do. Oh fuck, my friend closed off the channel. Let me see. Nah, he closed the channel, man. I'll ask him for the old videos, but I'll give you guys a story about it. Okay, fuck that. Pretty much, I was in like a Fortnite friend group where we had like a little team. It was me, Vise, Danny, three of us. Now we're all editing as well as managing this Fortnite team, and I'm editing. I'm making like $400 a month. Vise is editing, like Fortnite montages, and then one day Vise puts in the Discord group chat that he got a $200 video. Now, bear in mind, I'm doing Fortnite montages at this point for like $15 a video, and that was expensive for that time. I thought $15 was a lot. This motherfucker just posted a $200 win. I'm like, this guy's fucking lying. Like, don't get me wrong, we're friends, but I'm thinking this guy's a lying piece of shit. And it honestly made me so jealous that I wanted to fact check him. So I went onto Twitter, went onto the guy's Twitter that he said he's working with now, and I saw, oh, the guy's posting a $200 job post. I mean, adds up. Maybe he actually did get a $200 client. And that's when I realized I was doing everything wrong. Because it's like that video would take him like 2 days, because he told me. And then I'm here working like 2 weeks of full-time work while in school for that same amount. Like 2 weeks of work, he's doing it in like 1 or 2 days. That's when I realized that client put the word content editor. Like he was hiring a content editor, like a YouTube content editor. That's when I realized I was just in the wrong game. So I realized, okay, I'm going to move from Fortnite montages to content edits, like YouTube edits. I reach out to a ton of people. Then one guy, some random Minecraft streamer with like 20 subs, gives me a shot. In fact, do you guys want me to find the exact DMs? I can find it for you guys. Do you guys want to see the DMs of my first ever content editing outreach? Outreach that converted. Let me find it for you guys. Here it is. Here it is. Here. So pretty much, this guy. This was like my first proper outreach that actually like got me a content editing client, and it was for £8 to £12 per video. £8 to £12 per video, bro. But it was like that got me in the content game. I did a Fortnite a Minecraft video for him that got me in the content game. I used that on my portfolio to get more clients, and then you just work up the client ladder, and then you end up working with some fuck off huge guys like the Sidemen. But yeah, that's sort of the process for me moving from Fortnite montages to content edits. It was because I was jealous of my friend that he got a $200 video, and I say this like I'm not even embarrassed to say that. Like, we're still friends. Did you hit 1 million from client work and stuff like that? The back in the lair. So I've made $500,000 from client work alone. I actually haven't tallied up the lair income and stuff. To be honest, my accountant deals with that shit. Like for me, the lair is like, if it makes money, it makes money. It is what it is. I have 15k saved and I want to move to an expensive country, but I'm so scared if I can or not. You should have your income, first of all, to a point where you can sustain yourself, and you should be hitting that for 6 months in a row. That's the first thing. So think about how much you'd need in order to live in the country you want to go to. Assume that it's probably going to be like 30% more than you assumed. Now, have you made that over the last 6 months? If no, you're not ready. Then, once you've made that for 6 months, you ask yourself, do you have at least 6 months of that expenses in savings? Where if you lost that money right now, you'd still be fine, but like you have 6 months of wiggle room. Where if you made no money for 6 months, you'd be fine. That's when I would be like, okay, you're ready to move. Food was good. What's the most amount of money you've made from video editing in a month? It was actually my last month. I made 13,000 and something pounds. Not alcohol, man. It was a sparkling water bottle, but I filled it with still. Do you handle all the editing yourself, or have you started delegating some parts to others? If so, what stage did you do that? I mean, I delegate it for my own channel, but in terms of client videos, I never delegate. Ah, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've delegated the cutting part sometimes, but I'll never delegate like the full video, because that's just the fastest way to fuck your brand. Like you that's the fastest way to fuck your brand. You get a client, they hired you for you, and then they find out you're outsourcing like major parts of the video, and the video's late, or like the client didn't expect it to be in that stuff. Like it's the fastest way to fuck your own brand long term. I don't have a solid portfolio. I'm planning to choose small channels with low views to edit their videos and send it as samples. What do I think? Don't do it for small channels. What's the point? Because worst case scenario, they ghost you. You post a video on your socials, no one fucking knows them, so you get nothing. Best case scenario, they hire you. They want to hire you, but they're small, so they don't even want to. They can't, or they're not spending money on their channel. Your best case scenario is they want to hire you, but they can't. Go for someone who's like decently established. Not fuck off huge. Like don't go for like Mr. Beast or Kaisenat, but go for like a decently large channel. Does your course cater for beginners? If you're shit at editing, don't join. 3 YouTube videos would be better for you at that stage. If you know the basics of editing at least, then we can help you out. How much are you making a month right now from everything? That is a question for my accountant, to be honest. I don't handle my own finances. Because with editing, it's basically like 99% profit margin. But with the layer, obviously, we have like team members to pay. We've hired one of the most successful students back into the layer. So like in terms of like how much everything makes, it's a bit of a mix. And they are different profit margins as well. You got a good car yet or nah? I bought not a nice car. I got a nice car, but I don't drive it because I'm just fucking working all the time. But it's a specific car that I've been wanting for 3 or 4 years, and I had the money to buy it 3 years ago. But the reason I didn't buy it is because I wanted to lock in entrepreneurship, and I knew the second that I buy a car, I'm gonna be going out more. So I used the discipline to like not buy a car. I won't say which one just for like privacy thing, but it's like it was my dream car. And the thing is, one day it was at like 3 a.m. as I'm ironically watching Andrew Tate with my little sister, like as a joke, like we were taking a piss. And she was like, "Oh, I can imagine you with a car doing the same thing." And then one thing led to another as a joke. This is like 3 a.m. Me and my little sister on my laptop, like on Auto Trader, which is like a car dealership website. And within 12 hours, I bought the car, like all down, all in cash. I barely drive it, but it's like, it was for me. It was like I just like it. I don't give a shit about driving it. What's the hardest part about becoming an independent editor? I mean, it's different for each person, but I think the most common one is probably the client's problem. Like just finding a more reliable way to get clients. Like basically getting an inbound system set up where you have people coming to you, having an outreach system set up where you can reliably get clients through outreach, knowing that, hey, if you send X amount of messages, you will get Y amount of responses. If you get Y amount of responses, you will get Z amount of clients. For most people, they have no idea what the fuck their numbers are. They just hope that someone responds. What PC do you use for editing and its specs? I'm personally a Mac fanboy now. I used to be so against Mac. I used to be all PC. Then I got a Mac. Then I got converted. Macs are good for editing. Bro, you made all the money through selling your community and packs to us. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. That's the thing. That comes from the mindset that, like, you can't make money from editing. Okay. All my proof, I have it on my portfolio. I have it on my Twitter. Every client video I did is on YouTube live. Like, not live, like live stream, but it's up on YouTube. My clients fucking follow me. Yeah, I didn't make, no, I'm a fucking fraud. I didn't make a single dollar from editing, man. What do you think of getting clients on Discord? You can get clients basically anywhere. The thing is, you got to stop seeing client acquisition as a platform by platform thing. People say like, oh, Discord doesn't work, YouTube job doesn't work, Twitter doesn't work, emailing doesn't work. It's like, no, you sent like 30 emails and it didn't work. Like, come on. The thing is, it doesn't really matter what platform you're talking on. It's more just a human thing. Like, it doesn't matter if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, Reddit, or bloody like Tinder. Like, it's a human at the end of the day. So all it is you establish the expectations of what they want. So it's like, hey, like, what are the problems this guy's facing? Then you position yourself as what they want. And once they confirm that, hey, this is what I need, then you drop the price. And they either say yes or no. If they say yes, awesome, collect payment up front. If they say no, then you objection handle. What supermarket do you shop at? I don't know. I don't shop. To be fair, that's one of the first things I took away from my mind. Like, I don't go for shopping trips. Like, as soon as you're making anything more than a few K a month, like, you gotta value your time better. No, I still buy food. Don't get me wrong. I still eat. Should I get someone else to buy it for me? Like, cook for me? Or, if you have no one to do that for you, you just order, eat out. Not eat out, but like, you order food in. Because if you just compare it to how much, like, probably the best piece of advice I got before I started making money. So this is when I was making like $200 a month. The best piece of advice I got was you need to value your time at least $50 an hour. At least. Like, even before you make that money, you got to value your time at $50 an hour. Because like the way you get to that point is by acting like that. And then you can go higher, of course. But like things like, oh, going out and going out, ordering food and going shopping for ingredients, coming home, cooking it, cleaning it, doing the dishes up and like setting up the table, like eating it and then washing the dishes and then drying them out and then like it just takes so much time. I just want to eat. I sound like such a fat shit. I just want to eat. Why can't I scroll in chat? So Peter's question. How can you make 15,000 a month from editing? Make 2 videos for 7,000 each. I've never charged 7,000 a video, but I'm sure it's reasonable. I did mine mostly through like 1.5, 2-ish K videos. Like, there's no like hard and set rule to hit like 10 or 15K a month. It's just as long as the economics work out. Like for example, my first 10K month was mostly done through like $200-300 videos. This recent one was done with 2K videos. I made about the same amount. Like when it comes to is a project worth it, you don't base it on the price. You look at the ratio between what am I getting paid to how much effort, time, and sacrifice am I putting in for this. Boys, this is not alcohol. This is San Pellegrino, sparkling water. No alcohol around here. No, 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 no. Wiz. I'm a lifestyle / vlog editor. I'm now making 2.5K. I feel like I'm stuck. How do I reach that next level? The first thing I would ask you if I was coaching you is what does your client flow look like? Meaning how many conversations with potential clients are you getting into? Because the thing is, without a consistent flow of new people coming in, it's very hard to do anything. Because it's like you want to raise price, but you're scared of going to zero, so you don't raise your price, so you're just stuck. Like it's just really shitty. So you need new people coming in. The thing is, editors, they do this really weird thing where they do a certain action to get clients. They get the client, then they stop doing the action. 3 months later, they're either stuck or their income dropped, and they're surprised why that happened. When as soon as the thing started working, they just stopped doing the action. It's like the time to go even harder and push harder on the pedal is when you have the clients. Because that's when you can go through that AFIR framework, acquire, fill, identify, raise, and actually raise your prices, make more. Like the jump between 2.5 and 5K is nothing, dude. It's one client. That's a one client jump. I think most editors don't realize that. Like, even like think about it like this. Like the difference between like 0 and like 3 to 5K is like one client. To go from like 3ish, like 1ish to 3, it's like 1 to 3 to 5 to 10. That's a bit different because now you're dealing with multiple clients in most cases, but it's like from 0 to a few K, it's like it's one good client. Cool. What other questions do you guys have? $83 people. Hello, all 83 of you. Hey, can everyone say hello? I'm just curious, like, because it's like I know a lot of people lurk in chat, but I'm just so curious who's it. Everyone just say hello. All 83 of you. All 83 of you say hello. Hi guys. 85 now. The 2 people that just joined, I want you to say hello to. Good to see you guys here. Cool. Let's jump back into questions. What's your Mac specs? I really need them. The Mac I originally got was the MacBook Pro 16-inch M2 Pro. That very good, like very good. I honestly would have kept that. The only reason I have the Mac that I do now, which is basically like whatever the fuck the most expensive Mac was, I bought it. Only because I'm re-recording the program, like the editing layer program, and when I re-recorded it, I wanted the best like frame rate, the best quality for the guys that were watching. Like, if I was just editing for myself, I would just stay with the M2 Pro. But the thing is, because it's like I'm going to be recording in 4K and recording my face cam as well, and editing a heavy project to show in the editing layer how I edit complex projects, I just needed something crazy. But yeah, like the Mac I have now is like the M4 Max something and like the Max RAM. How much was that? Between 4 and 7K. I don't remember exactly, but it was around that range. But it's just like in my head, it's like, okay, if I can make a fuck ton of money by editing, this thing allows me to edit faster, I'm gonna do it. Like if it makes you more money, you just spend on it. Like Hey man, I'm genuinely scared to begin to work. I got 5 million YouTube IRL niche raw practice footage. Well, some streams. I'm scared to work. It could be a confidence issue or me. How do I help? To just fucking work, man. Like there's nothing I could say in this stream that you don't know already. Like you know what to do. Like that feeling that you have right now is everyone feels it. I feel it too. It's just that the people that do well feel that and can work. The people that don't do well feel that and don't work. It's like that. The feeling isn't what. It's not that people who have done well don't have that feeling. It's just that they do work despite. What do you take payments through? Just depends on the client. Sometimes it's bank transfer, sometimes it's Stripe, sometimes it's PayPal. Those are the main three that I use. If it's a UK client, I will almost always do it in bank transfer. Just because I'm from the UK, it's the lowest fees. Like there's no fee pretty much. If I can, I'll try to do Stripe, which honestly the clients I have now are mostly doing it through Stripe. And PayPal is just there as like a backup, basically. Wise I've heard is good. Revolut can be good. Like I pay my editor through Revolut. So like there's different ways you can take payment. But I wouldn't think about this. Like the thing is I didn't worry about what payment processor to use until I was making like 12, 13K a month. Like you can save $5 on a payment fee, or you can realize that you're making less than like 5K a month and should probably just focus more on how to make an extra few thousand from another client rather than how to save $20 on a fee. You're doing yarn style? Is that not the Fortnite montage guy? I remember that, man. Back in the day. I was more of a Nummy fan, to be honest. Numby fan. Yarn was good though. How do I get the chat up there? Why PayPal as a backup? It has slightly higher fees for me personally. Do I think AI will replace us? No. I spoke about this earlier in the stream. There's certain tools that you would use. I would spend at least like 10 to 20% of your time just looking into new tools. Like Kling, Midjourney, ChatGPT, VO3, that sort of thing. Nano Banana. I live in India and PayPal charges me around $30 to $40. Client said there's no other methods. Can you suggest me something optional? I mean, that's the thing. Like, you play the game, you can. Like, for example, if I'm working with a client, I offer Stripe, I offer bank transfer, they can't do it, they need PayPal. Like, what are my options? You don't take PayPal? Oh, cool. Like, you would rather lose an $800 project than pay a $30 to $40 fee. So, like, you've net lost 750 to 760. It's like, or whatever the number is, 760 to 770. Like the way I like to see fees is it's just the cost of business. It's just it's the cost of entry to play the game. Bro, I didn't get views on X. Do I focus on quality or quantity? Depends what you're posting, man. The main thing with X is you just want to post your work, like post editing previews, like just short snippets of your work. If your work isn't performing, usually it's usually one of two things. Actually, there's actually a lot, to be honest. The main things that are going to stop your previews from performing on Twitter, where you're posting your work. Number one, your editing's just shit. Number two is your hook isn't strong enough. Like I've seen good editors get very little engagement on Twitter because the first 1 second doesn't have an animation in it. Now, does this mean on YouTube videos you need to have the first second have an animation? No. What I am saying is if you're posting an editing tweet where the whole point is to show off your editing, best believe that first second better have some good ass editing. So really clipping that dead section out. And the last thing is really just energy. It's like, do you keep the pacing throughout the preview, or do you have really long sections where just like it's just raw footage kind of playing out, or really simple animations? So those are really the things that I'm looking at when someone's preview isn't performing and they ask me why. Gonna get a PC soon, so I'm wondering which Creative Cloud app do I start with. I was a mobile CapCut editor. I did get long-term clients, but I'm bad at PC. I'll just get Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is good, man. The best way for a beginner to evolve is to try copying animation styles for yourself. Obviously, after the you you just told me a statement and added a question mark at the end of it, man. Like it wasn't a question. You just gave me a statement. DaVinci or Premiere? I prefer Premiere Pro. In terms of coaching, I used to only coach Premiere Pro editors and After Effects editors. Now we do After Effects, Premiere Pro, and DaVinci. So we've added DaVinci on as well, just because the version 1 of the program was basically like just us making sure we can get results. As soon as we started getting results reliably, we basically remade the entire program to go more in depth on what people need. And because now we focus more on principles rather than just like, here's how you do this animation, which like we'll teach you how to do the animation, but we more teach the principles as well, which is why we have so many DaVinci editors doing well as well. What do you think of Sammy? I have no idea who Sammy is. You asked it like you asked it like we're homeboys having like lunch together, and you're like, oh, you know Sammy? Like, what do you think about him? Like, bro. Oh shit! I accidentally closed the chat. How do I? Oh no! How do I go back? I just downloaded your free pack. So much. Thanks so much. No problem, bro. If you guys don't have the smooth editing pack, by the way, I would highly recommend getting it. It's completely free. It is 250 of my actual used presets. I've used it for channels with, honestly, I think totaling like 200 or 300 million subscribers in total. I think it's around that. No, I think it's more like 250. It's like 200 to 250 million subscribers. It's my real presets. I gave it out for free if you guys want to use it. So it's in the description. Smooth editing pack. It's completely free. Just put in your email and it will send that to you. Smooth editing pack is fucking sick, mate. MacBook has issues with exporting heavy edits. I haven't found that to be true. My Mac handles heavy edits really well. Honestly, better than my PC. Like for context, I spent about the same on my Mac and PC. Like my PC is like a 4K PC. This Mac cost like 4, 5, 6K. What's the worst student you've ever taught at a point you even considered to refund it? Like this guy's the problem. We should see a therapist. Some sort of things. I've never had to refund someone because I didn't like to work with them. It was more, I've said no to people joining the lair. Just because it's like, yeah, you'd be a shit student. Like for example, there was a guy that was like, oh, I just want to edit on the side, like while I do this other business model. I'm like, can't help you, sorry. Yeah. How do you keep on pushing on and editing on the days you don't feel like it at all? I would say long-term vision is a big thing. It's sort of just like what's the cat that you're running away from? Like everyone has this golden star, this golden goal that you're going towards, whether it be 5K, 10K, whatever that goal is. Oh, I wanna be able to travel. I wanna have the laptop that I really wanted as a kid. I want my friends to look at me and like ask me, oh, how do you get those clients? Like, I want that status. Like these are all the goals, the stars, right? But the thing is, you gotta ask yourself, like, what's the cap? Like, oh, I want to quit this job. I want to be able to actually, like, if my family had a health emergency right now, we'd be fucked. That was the shit that got me going. I was like, because this is when I was making like 1K a month fish. That I really started going deeper on this. It was like I was stuck, and the thing is, I had like no motivation to go further. But then I realized, like, I'm spending all the money I make. I'm so shit with my finances. It's fucking embarrassing. It's like if your mom fell down the stairs right now and she needed some crazy surgery, you couldn't even pay for that. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's fucked. Like, if like you wanted something on the menu when you went out with that girl, and you chose something else just because you couldn't afford that one. I'm like, that fucking hurt, man. I'm like, shit. And then like you just write like 100 of these things, and then that's sort of what you think about. Sammy told us to spam his name for publicity, sir. Nice. I have a UK limited company to be able to access Stripe because that's the only payment method convenient for clients. And I'm yet to hit 2K a month. What do you think? PayPal isn't available in my country. Just keep using Stripe, man. If it's working for your clients, if you've got it set up, go for it. Are we still able to join the editing layer? Yeah, it's still open. It's just that now you gotta jump on a call before we actually have you in. So basically, in the description, there's like a link. You'll just see like more information about what the layer is, the type of editors that we help, like what our process looks like. Even if you don't book a call in, I just explain sort of how we get editors to that 5 to 10K a month. Like we've done it for like 300 editors now. So yeah, that's sort of the process that we have. It's that I believe it's the first link in the description, but you guys can check. How often did you gawk it when you were making 1K first now? That's the first time I've heard someone say gawk it. How to stick with high ticket clients for a long time? You pretty much, it's just exceeding expectations. So whenever you work with someone, there's a certain expectation that you set, and there's a certain expectation that you hit. Like reality is at a certain point. For example, if you order 6 wings from Boss Man at a chicken and chip shop, your expectation is that you'll get 6 wings. Now, if Bossman gives you 7 wings, reality has exceeded expectations. You expected 6, you got 7. You're like, damn, I am happy. And if you wanted to quantify it, I am exactly 1 chicken wing happy. Now, if he gave you 6 and you expected 6, okay, cool. Like you expected 6, he gave you 6. You're neutral. Like you'll forget about it the next day. Now, if you expected 6 and he gave you 5, and you opened the box, you found 5, you'd be pissed. How pissed would you be? Exactly 1 chicken wing unit pissed. So it's like, it's not about how good your editing is, or how good your communication is, or how good your deadline management is, or how fast you get the video done. It's just, how does it line up to the expectations that you set or subconsciously set if you didn't intentionally set them? So let's say with deadlines, 3 days to finish a video. Is that long or short? You don't know. You don't know if it's long or short, because if you told him it would take you 1 week and you did it in 3 days, awesome, you've over delivered. Like reality was faster than expectation. Now, if you said it would take 3 days and you took, so I think I said the wrong way around. If you said it would take 3 days and it took a week, he'd be pissed. If you said it would take 3 days and you took 1 day, he'd be happy. It's not about this. It's not about like the 1 day or the 7 days. It's about the expectation that you set. So in terms of keeping clients long term, it is literally just like set a certain expectation, meet it every single time. Okay, I have my editing layer Q&A call in 2 minutes. So How do I grow hair like yours? The second you make your first 10k a month with editing, you just get like slick hair. Ajo, already jumped on 3 calls. I didn't show up. Can you sort me out? That's strange. Did it go through? I mean, try booking back in. Because my assistant sometimes cancels calls if we feel as though based on the questions we either can't help you or it's a potential spam. But try it out. And just if you need, like in the notes, just type YouTube comment. I'll let my assistant know not to cancel it. Like in the notes of when you're booking, where it says like any other notes, just write YouTube comment. Cool. Righty, lads. I gotta head off. I've got a Q&A call in the editing layer. Where would I send you guys? Yeah, YouTube channel. Free shit if you want it. Bye.